Well, good morning, guys, and welcome to the show, Fernando.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Today, we are going to talk about the iDatalink Maestro Mic 1. I'm excited. You guys have been asking about this for a very long time. We finally have some in that we are going to walk you through the process so that when you do get your hands on one, you'll know how to use it. So stay tuned. The idea for the Mic 1 is a long time coming. People have been asking for this feature for a very long time, and it's not as easy as you think. And what is that you're asking is, can I retain my factory microphone? Do I have to put my Kenwood, Alpine, Sony, JVC microphone in the car? Wouldn't it be great? I already have a microphone. Can I use it? And the answer is no, because it's not set up to work with an aftermarket radio. Each manufacturer takes the time to tune their microphone to work best with their radio. And that is where this starts. The Mic 1, the idea was, hey, there has to be a way to do this. And it has taken them years to get to this point. And what this is designed to allow you to do is that. Use your factory microphone to plug into your aftermarket radio. There's a lot of pieces to it, and there's a bunch of steps that are important. Today we're going to learn all about those. The first thing we need to do is open this box and see what is inside. To do that, start at the bottom of the box. It's very tempting to want to cut the tape, but if you just do this, the unit will come right apart. Inside, of course, is the instructions that say head over to our website and download your software. This is a programmable box. It's not like you just take it out, plug some stuff in, it's going to work. We have to do some programming. And this is the unit here. This little guy right here. Now on it, we have a bunch of plugs. There's 4 on one side. There's a USB-C on an end. There's 3 more over here. There's a button, and then there's nothing. They have these cool little zip tie downs that are available for it. And of course, it says Mic 1 on the front. There's a bag of parts. There are 6 harnesses in the bag. Most installations are going to use at least 4 of these. 3 of the harnesses are for plugging into the back of the radio. These are the microphone tips. They do tell you what they're for. This is the Pioneer adapter. This one is the Alpine adapter. And this one is the JVC, Kenwood, Sony, Boss, Jensen adapter. The easiest way, if you're confused which one do you need, they are all different. The Kenwood has just 2 pins. You can look at the microphone that comes in the box and see that it looks like this. The Alpine has 3 pins, and the Pioneer is tiny. It's just a tiny, skinny adapter. There's also the orange adapter. This is the cable that is going to connect to your harness. We're working on a VW in this case. When you get your harness and you pull it out of the box, over here on it, everyone is going to have it. If it doesn't, that means it's not compatible. We'll have this orange 3-pin connector. Now, sometimes it'll have 3 pins in it. Sometimes it'll just have 2, but it'll always be a 3-pin connector. The little flag here will say microphone. This is designed to plug in just like that. Next is the red and or pink harness. The harness looks kind of pink on the tips. I think it's supposed to be red. This is going to connect between your RR2 or your RR and the Mic 1. It's designed to do this. And the last harness is the power harness. And it's a T harness. And this is designed to go here on your RR or RR2. There is a harness that plugs in. You simply unplug it, plug in one end here, plug the other end into the unit, and then this, that is a 4-pin connector, will plug into the black 4-pin connector next to this white harness here, and that is going to provide power for this unit. Now, going back to these microphone cables, if you'll notice, 2 of these have blue ends, 1 of these has a black end, and that is going to correspond to these inputs here next to your red connector. They're 2-pin connectors, blue and black. If it has a blue connector, it's going to plug into the blue input. If it has a black connector, it's going to plug into the black input. There will be no situation where you will have both of these filled. It will either be a blue or a black. There will never be 2 plugs in this, so you're not going to have a blue and a black plug at the same time plugged into this. If you do that, that means you didn't read the instructions. Now that we have a general understanding of the parts that are going to go into this, we need to flash this unit. For this installation, this, as we said, is going into Volkswagen. If you'd like to know how to do that whole installation of the RR, the RR2, the harness and all that, we have a separate video where we can talk about all that, which we'll put a link to in the description. For this, we're just going to concentrate on adding the Mic 1. If you're starting from scratch and you've not done the Maestro install, make sure to head over to maestro.com, download this software. It'll work on Windows, it'll work on Mac. That is a great thing. It doesn't matter what you have, it'll allow you to get going through this. Now these two pieces are going to be flash independent of one another. When you plug it in, it's going to look like this. It's going to give you the option to flash by vehicle. Click on it, select your year, select your make, select the model, select the brand of radio you're going to be using, then type in the model number of the radio. Select the firmware. Under the features tab, you have mic gain offset. Default is 0. If you need to adjust this, you have a couple options: 5, 10, -5, -10. This is the only place that this can be adjusted. If you put it in and it's not loud enough, or if it's too loud and you need to, you're gonna have to bring it back in and readjust it. I'll show you how to do that in a second. So for example, if we set this to 5 dB, we select continue. The next page is the flash page. Select flash. Now you just have to sit back, wait, let it do its thing. Once you get to this page, it asks you for install guide. Definitely want to click this. That's going to take you over here to your install guide. But before we dig into that, plug it in and it's not what you're hoping for. Simple enough. Plug the unit back in, select Maestro. At the top of the page here, it says your device has already been flashed. Click here. Now once you're on this page, you are about to flash your Maestro module. If you scroll down, it will give you an overview of what you're doing. Meaning you have a Mic 1, this is a Volkswagen Taos, this is the radio, the firmware, and down here it says mic gain offset and has this gear. Click it. This will automatically take us to the mic gain adjustment page. We can come in and we can set it to another value, select continue. It'll take us to that end flash page and select flash. I suggest before you close all this up, make sure you do some testing in your vehicle. Definitely don't put the dash back together yet. That way you can get in and do some adjustments if you need to do that. Going back to the installation guide, retain factory microphone. Scroll down, products required, product programming, cross-reference table. This is your most important page that you need to go to. You have your harnesses here on the side. That would correspond to the model number here. And then on this side, you have kits. So if you're doing one of the new Apex kits, it's going to be the APX. If you're doing a install kit, in this case we're using the VW1, it's telling us we need diagram A, and it's also giving us the ability to click on it. You have A, B, and C diagrams. If you'll notice, the C diagrams are primarily for the SR harness. These installs are not going to require this pink-red cable because they're not using data to data. Click on the diagram A. We could have also just scroll down. We zoom out to take a look at all of diagram A. We can see here's the T harness that we talked about. Here is our red cable, and here is the orange connector. Now what you really need to take a look at is this information right here, where it says 4B, 4A, 3A. Those correspond to the inputs on the side of the unit. That is these right here. In this case, it is telling us that the orange needs to go into 3A. 3A is this white connector. Even though this tip is black, it is going to go into this white connector here because the black connector is 3B. Now for those of you that have figured it out, if we scroll down next here, it's going to be diagram B, and if we zoom in, it's going to tell us that that connector needs to go to 3B. And if we keep on scrolling down, it's going to tell us that this needs to go to 3A, and this is diagram number C. This is the most critical part of this install. If you get this part wrong, this is not going to work. And this will be the first thing they ask you when you call and say, did you plug it into? And if you didn't read this and you're just like, let's go, you're setting yourself up for failure. According to this, we need to plug the red cable, which is 4B, down into the red input. And it's also telling us that Mic 1A is for Alpine. We're using a Sony, so we want Mic B, and of course Pioneer, and it matches these labels on the side here. This is 2A, which is the blue. So that is going to go in just like that. And the last harness to get plugged in is 4A, which is our main power input, and there is no other input on here that looks anything like this. That is always going to go there. And there we have it. That is how this is going to be set up to go into the car. If I'm working on the bench, I can plug in my power to the brain, also my T-harness, and that orange connector. And of course, all of these other connections need to be made as well. And that is all of the wiring plugged in and ready to go. This is going to plug into the back of the Sony. And for that, we now need to jump into the vehicle and finish the install. First, locate the orange harness in the main harness and plug in your orange cable. Next, go to the RR or RR2, plug in your red connector, unplug the main power harness, plug in your T connector, plug the microphone into the back of the radio. With that done, it's time to turn the radio on and do some testing to see how it sounds.
Fernando Lopez.
Hello?
Hello.
Ooh,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. It's amazing. This sounds so much better.
It should sound exactly the same.
It sounds the same.
This was actually our second test on doing this. The first test we did, we had it at 0 dB. That was this module right here. This is 0. The one that's at the car is at +5. That's why we were telling you about making sure that you do some testing before
You put it back to the dash.
Now at 0 it sounded all right. I just felt like he was kind of quiet. That's why we went up to 5 and it made it much better. Now you can tuck it all back into the dash, screw the dash together. If you already have an existing microphone installed in the car, you can remove it, tuck it back in, do whatever you like. It is no longer doing anything. And that is that for this install of the new iData Mic 1. Hopefully this will answer some of the questions that you have out there for this piece. It may not be available yet when watching this video, but it will be available soon. And if you do have one, we hope you found this helpful. And that's it for today. Fernando?
On to the next one, guys.
You guys have a great night as always. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.